Yo, what is good, my good people? My name is Martin. Welcome back to my channel, man. If you haven't subscribed, man, hit on that subscribe button, man. Crash on the notification bell. Stay up to date with everything I got going on, man. It is highly appreciated. So today I want to talk about a question I get probably the most from you guys, from my loyal subscribers, from new subscribers, from people who's on the fence about subscribing, man. If you haven't subscribed yet, man, you tripping. Stop just watching it and not subscribing. Make sure you liking this every time and then sending it to people and having them subscribe. It's truly appreciated, man. But I'm gonna get right into it. So like I was saying, man, some of the most frequent questions I get, these are actually two of the most frequent questions that I get over and over again in comment section and in my email DMs on Instagram, even Facebook too. And that is, where do I get my dumpsters, and where do I store my dumpsters? So it's a couple things about the when it comes to getting the dumpsters. But let's go right into so let's start with actually having the dumpsters, and then I'll go into where you store them. So where I get my dumpsters at, a lot of you guys know I got my first dumpster off of OfferUp, $1,100. It's still dumpsters out there like that you can get, but in a lot of cities, and you guys need to make sure you don't make this mistake. In the state that I live in, my landfill, where I dump all my debris, they allow doing pull-offs. So if you haven't seen that video, go check out my how to remove debris video, and it shows how the type of dumpster trailers that I use, which I coined that phrase, quote unquote. I do not need any hydraulics. It's not a roll-off. All I need is a chain, like a 20 foot to 25 foot chain, and a pallet, a wood pallet or a skid, whatever you want to call it. You can also use like a tire, and I've seen some people use other things as well that kind of works. But so that's how I do it here, right? The only reason why I can use those type of dumpsters is because my landfill accepts that. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you live in other states, and I know I get a lot of people from all over the country, all over the world that watches this channel and is interested in this type of business, before you even think about a dumpster, that's why it's so important to get the information and the knowledge. And this is something you can do on your own. You can call around to your landfills, call around to different places where you drop, where they accept debris. You want to make sure that if you want the dumpsters like I have, that your city, your particular city, does pull-offs. Because I had a guy, one of my subscribers, man, real cool dude. I think he was in probably North Carolina. He just watched the channel, you know what I'm saying? He never reached out to me. I don't think he ever got the ebook or the audio book or the course. But he always watched me. I actually seen him, comment frequently in the past a lot. So he's seen the opportunity of dealing dumpsters, and so he jumped right in, and he automatically went in with the dumpsters like me, like the dumpsters that I got, where you need to use a chain and skid. Now, you don't need a chain and skid. However, if you don't have a chain and skid, you're gonna have to hand unload. So I do not want none of you guys hand unloading. It's the worst. It takes up the most time. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna enjoy it. So definitely, if you got to get the dumpsters like me, and if your landfill does not do it, you don't get these type of dumpsters. Just invest more or look into another business opportunity. But anyway, going back to North Carolina, I get off topic, but I get back on it. So yeah, he hit me up, kind of upset a little bit, like, hey man, I spent a couple thousand to get a dumpster built. I got the sides, I got a landscape trailer, I got the sides welded up professionally, all everything. And then he said, I even got my first job. I got my first dumpster rental like the couple days after building it. So he said, yeah man, but I went to the landfill, and they said that they don't do any pull-offs. It's a liability issue, and that's just something they don't do and won't do. So he was asking me, like, man, so why did you say that was a good idea? So I just asking him, like, man, did you do your research? Before you jumped in, did you identify or try to see, if the landfill takes that? And he said, no, man, I didn't do none of that. Apparently you can't. So that goes to say, if you're serious about getting into this business, get the information. At least, and that's simple. Just call your landfill, ask them. Now, if they don't, there's ways around that. Like I said, I don't want you guys getting the dumpsters like I got, and if your landfill don't do it, because you're gonna be spending like an hour sometime or longer, bro, hand unloading. You do not want to do that. That's not business. That's not good business. That's kind of like, it's not worth it. I just say it like that. So in that type of instance, you will need to get either a dump trailer, and those are, just Google it, dump trailers. Hydraulics it doesn't pull off. Is, you know, those are one of the most expensive per. And or you can also go to the roll-off dumpster route. And that's only for you guys who live in those areas where they don't, or some of you guys want to start with the roll-offs. You know, roll-offs are really good. Dump trailers, I'm not the biggest fan of dump trailers, only because the price, and I feel like everybody that I come across get them stolen. I don't know, people don't care. People, my type of dumpsters get stolen, but them dump trailers, man, people, they'll do anything. I've seen people move cars out the way, drag people's cars out the way to go and get freaking dump trailers, crush through the locks, bring sawzalls, get through locks to break the locks on there just to steal those. So I'm just very wary of those. I never really push that on you guys, because it's something that I don't, you know, I just don't do. But there are other guys on YouTube who business model is surrounded by dump trailers, so you guys can definitely Google research that on YouTube if you want to get some dump trailers. I'm not against it, but I'm not really for it. But yeah, so, you know, like I said, like with the dumpsters, you can also do the you know, the dumpsters like me. And the way to start those out is simply doing a Craigslist search, offer up. And when you do Craigslist, I found a lot of dumpsters like mine on Craigslist. When you do a Craigslist search, make sure that you're looking at your surrounding states, surrounding cities within your state, because a lot of times you're not gonna find it where you're at, but you might have to drive. I got videos where I drove hundreds of miles to go get a dumpster. I mean, it was worth it for me. If you guys really serious about it, going that route. Now I do now get my stuff specifically built, manufactured, and like I told you guys, even when I'm getting roll-offs, I'm still going to keep dumpster trailers, because a lot of my customers, my residential customers, they only want dumpsters on wheels. They do not want any roll-offs on their property. So I'm doing like when I get my roll-offs, it's going to be more towards the commercial side. But that's just something to look out. So, but the only thing about it with my manufacturer, I only offer that information in my course. The reason why I do not want them to be overwhelmed, and also I want it so the people getting that information, who's who's willing to invest in themselves, to have that information, to not be like on this like 6 month to a year waiting list, because I'm just giving all this stuff out willy-nilly. So definitely look out for that. And also, where I store them, I store my dumpsters at a storage yard where, you know, there's RVs, you know, other stuff like that. That's something to look into. You can also buy land or rent land, or also, you know, look on Craigslist or Google parking spaces near me. That's something that you can also look at to find space. You can leave it at your house. I don't suggest that. But if you got like some land, you know, if you got some room for you got one dumpster starting out, 1 or 2 dumpsters, I really want to suggest it, because some nights you're going to have to bring trash-filled dumpsters home with you. So I definitely can take that into consideration. But yeah, man, parking spaces you can for rent. I suggest storage units, and I always suggest you guys get somewhere close to the landfill. If you're gonna have it that way, definitely rent some space near the landfill. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for now. And also, my course on all this, where to store, I go into more detail about everything. So make sure you get my course, man. If you're really serious about your information, your knowledge, you want to start the right way. Money back guaranteed after a certain point, but I also guarantee free leads in my course. So that's the winner, that's the kicker. That's why it's so desirable. And I also give you my manufacturers and insurance, taxes, benefits, all that. But that's all I got for today, man. I appreciate you guys. God bless you guys, man. Hit me up with the questions, man. Good looking on everything. I'll be having an announcement coming soon for a prize for when we hit 30K. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. I'm out. I don't know why I did that.